Hello, friends. A very good morning. The past 2 days, Japanese Prime Minister is on the state visit to India, and our Prime Minister met him, and we have close relationship, close ties with Japan for every sphere from cultural ties to trade and investment to defense cooperation. We are getting some kind of loan for our development, fast track trains, and uh, we are getting technology from Japan. So Japan has a very strategic relationship with India, and we value greatly Japanese relationship. The Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, is Japanese Prime Minister, is on the visit to India. He cited for some kind of discussion. The discussion has happened between both the government at the government levels. I am going to give you some insights. Supply chains for semiconductors and critical tech discussed, okay, because this is going to define the future. The semiconductor industry and its technology, which is very sophisticated, creation of semiconductor is a very sophisticated technology. So I am giving you some. India and Japan on Monday pledged for cement their strategic partnership. We have a strategic partnership. I will tell you what mean of this strategic partnership. We are hearing from here and there about the strategic relationship. What is mean of this strategic relationship? Second thing, the objective of a peaceful, stable, prosperous Indo-Pacific, and keeping mutual benefits in diverse areas. They are talking about the Indo-Pacific region, means South China Sea, free of South China Sea, because China claiming that 90% plus belongs to China, this South China Sea. So it is disturbing actually the international law, international order of maritime, free and open maritime trade and routes. So this is actually annoying the countries all around this particular reason. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi and visiting Japanese Prime Minister Premier Fumio Kishida also reviewed progress in bilateral relations, especially in the areas of defense, digital technology, trade and investment, and health. Both sides also discussed ways to boost reliable supply chains for semiconductors and other critical technologies. The Japanese Prime Minister said we he is also inviting our Prime Minister Modi to G7 summit is going to be happen in May 2023, and later as a G20 presidency we have right now. So that annual meeting is going to happen in November month. So these leaders will come into India. In his remarks, Kishida said Tokyo economic cooperation with New Delhi continue to grow rapidly, and it will not only support further development of India but create significant economic opportunity for Japan as well. Both the countries had adopted the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement in August 2011, 12 years before. However, India's trade deficit with Japan has only increased after that because we not exported up to that matching level. So that's why we have trade deficit with Japan. Promoting New Delhi to review the FTA. FTA, the free trade agreement. In free trade agreement, we don't apply the import duties. Okay, means import duties we don't apply on them. Means custom duty. To restore great trade balance. Trade balance, I mean, if we are suffering, we are not matching at the export level with the import level. So we have to rethink and negotiate FTA because we are suffering negatively. Domestic steel makers have often complained about a surge in imports from Japan as a consequence of FTA. Japan don't have iron ores. Japan importing iron ores and processing it and converting into the steel, and steel is exporting at the scale. And India is importing that steel because India disbanded steel manufacturing domestically at large scale because Vedanta, citing the environmental reasons to India, light has gone out. But I am telling you, domestic steel makers, had complained about the FTA, while India's export to Japan stood at just 6.2 billion. India's export to Japan stood at just $6.2 billion in financial year 22. Its import hit $14.4 billion. During his visit to India in March last year, Kishida announced an investment target of 5 trillion yen. It is approximately 3,20,000 crore in India over the next 5 years. India and Japan relations were elevated to global partnership in 2000, strategic and global partnership in 2006, and a special strategic and global partnership in 2014. A regular annual summit have been held between the leaders of the two countries since 2006. Is now rain is out there. Now I'm stopping this.